This is the book of Psalms, chapter 108, verse 9. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Over Philistia will I triumph. Verse 10. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is the Son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel, and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Psalms, chapter 108, verse 9 through 10, is that I came across this breaking news today where China, which according to the scriptures are the Moabites, are now sanctioning Babylon, the United States, defense contractors. Those are those firms that's mentioned here in this article over Taiwan because of Babylon, which is America's arms deal with Taiwan. And these are the times that we're coming to where the Lord is moving these nations into a major conflict. All right, these superpowers. And this is Yapa, man. This is awesome current events because you clearly see that we're almost out of here. Oh, and by the way, disclaimer, if you are watching this lesson, just to let you know, I'll be posting more of my lessons on this page. I've been given another strike on my main page for a recent video that I did that the YouTube Gestapo, aka the secret police state, didn't like. I was talking about the mandatory vaccines that's coming, and whatever I said they didn't like, and they took it down. They said it was spam. It was a deceptive thing that I was saying. It wasn't even the point is I didn't even put on the title anything to do with COVID-19. So the YouTube Gestapo's been watching my videos, and yep. So if you are watching this video, consider yourself lucky because they're gonna take down my main page real soon, which is Yapa, because it just proves that we're at the end and that the Lord is bringing the famine of the word. But yeah, if you subscribe to my backup page, consider yourself lucky through the spirit power Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because my main page will be taken down very soon. So just throwing that out there. All right, so let's continue on with this lesson because this is something I'm excited about. I love going into current events. I love going into the militaries of these different nations and what they're doing, what these different nations are doing to each other. Because this is all part of prophecy, and you got to be in the spirit of prophecy, all right, to get the understanding of what's happening here. Because this is the Lord's moving these nations around. The Lord's literally playing chess. All right, he's moving the minds. Let me get that scripture. He's moving the minds of these leaders. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Right, and that's the reason why you have these sanctions. All right, that China put on America. This is the Lord doing it. Get these nations geared up for war. To every way of man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. Right. And these nations are wicked, and that's the reason why the Lord is steering them to Armageddon, all right, which means a mountain of troops, all right, World War III. So let's get it in. It says, China is set to impose sanctions on the U.S. firms over arms sales to Taiwan. On Monday, a foreign ministry spokesman said the measure would target top defense contractors. Yeah, this is America's military-industrial complex, all right, companies, the firms. To safeguard national interests, China decided to take necessary measures and levy sanctions on U.S. companies such as Lockheed Martin, Boeing Defense, and Raytheon, and those individuals and companies who behaved badly in the process of the arms sales with Taiwan, right? And all this, what is this doing? This is leading to war. That's why when you go into the word triumph, I got it right here. In the Hebrew, I believe it's pronounced rawai, which means to shout, raise a sound cry out, give a blast, shout a war cry or alarm to battle, right? And so that's what the Lord is doing, man. All right. He's telling the world that get ready for battle. All right. A sound, a signal for war or a march, right? And by these different nations, all right, more specifically right now in this topic, the Moabites sanctioning Babylon, which are ruled by the Edomites. Hey, this is gearing up for battle. That's that alarm, that war cry. The move comes after Washington approved the sale to Taiwan of equipment worth around $1.8 billion. That includes missiles made by Boeing and artillery rocket systems made by Lockheed Martin, right? And it goes on. It gets so. Why is America doing this? But I'm going to bring out a reason why. Further approvals are expected for weapons including anti-ship missiles also made by Boeing. Beijing considers Taiwan a wayward province that it has vowed to bring under control by force if necessary. Armed forces on the island regularly prepare to repel an attack. The U.S., like most countries, have no official ties with Taiwan, but here's the point, but is bound by law to provide it with the means to defend itself. Right, so now this leads me to a little history. All right, Taiwan Relations Act. All right, the Taiwan Relations Act, enacted April 10, 1979, is an act of the United States Congress. Since the recognition of the People's Republic of China Act has defined officially substantial but non-diplomatic relations between the people of the United States and the people of Taiwan. Right, so this was a countermeasure to go against China. And so the Taiwan Relations Act, here we go. And this was done by Jimmy Carter, by the way, Democrats, throwing it out there. That was under his administration. It says right here, military provisions. The Taiwan Relations Act does not guarantee the U.S. will intervene militarily if the PRC attacks or invades Taiwan. Right, the People's Republic of China, formerly, now it's China, but it's all the same Moabites. Nor does it relinquish it, as a primary purpose is to ensure that U.S. Taiwan's policy will not be changed unilaterally by the president and ensure any decision to defend Taiwan will be made with the consent of Congress. So this is already bound. Like, there's no changing it. The president can't change it, okay? This is already set in stone by Congress, which proves that your elected representatives, all right, set you Americans up for failure, and you still vote for these idiots. But that's you Americans. You're dumb. The act states that the United States will make available to Taiwan such defense articles and defense services in such quantity as may be necessary to enable Taiwan to maintain a sufficient self-defense capabilities. Right. This is why America is selling weapons to them. Okay? And that leads me to Jeremiah 50. Well, before I get that, also, by China sanctioning America, let me go to Psalm 60, the same scripture, but in here it has the definition I'm looking for, because for some reason the Psalms, you'll see right here, Psalms 60 and 8, right? Washpot. It's sayara, which means pot or thorn or hooks, right? And the Moabites are hooked into you Edomites dwelling here in America's right side. Okay? They're a thorn to your side, and they're pulling, by putting these sanctions on you, you're already being drawn, all right, into a conflict, getting drawn into a conflict. Now, of course, we already know the 1948ers are going to want to put you into World War III, but you're already seeing the beginning stages of it. You're already being hooked, all right, into a conflict that you can't get out of. And the reason why I had to go to Psalm 60, because in Psalms 108, it's a different definition for washpot. So it was, I don't know if the Blue Letter Bible personnel, those that are in control of this website, changed these words around, but this is what it actually washpot means, this definition. So that's why I brought that up, all right, just to edify that point. So let's go into Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battles in the land and a great destruction. All right, that's what's coming to America. World War III with nukes, nuclear weapons. And that's why you have Joe Biden and Trump talking about they're heavily aggressive on China and Russia, which clearly you can see that World War III is knocking at the door. 23. How is the hem of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Right. Because of America's entanglements, all right, foreign obligation, these bound by laws. That's why. Because right here it says 24, I've laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. O Babylon, thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right. Because of everything you've been doing to the children of Israel, also to the Lord's words, saying, just completely striven against the Lord. Let's go into that word striven against. To cause strife, stir up, contend. Right, you were contending against the Lord, going against, touching the apple of his eye, saying that his son is a so-called white man, saying the angels are little Caucasian babies with wings. All right, you're contending against the Lord. You're striving against the Lord. So that's the reason why the Lord has put you in harm's way for destruction. All right, you think this was a coincidence? No, this is the Lord doing a chess move on you Americans here in Babylon. Okay, you Edomites, you Edomite Americans. And that's why this World War III is inevitable. 25, the Lord had opened his armory and had brought forth weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. Right. So this is the Lord doing it. All right. This isn't of man. This is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is who we give praise to. Okay. Because you clearly see the Lord agenda to destroy Babylon, America once and for all its wickedness, for striving against the Lord. And the Lord is using these nations, all right, to attack you. Not to mention, he's coming back. The Lord sending his Yahweh, all right. The Father is sending his Son Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, to attack you Edomites with his spaceships, okay? Because the Lord is coming back with his angels. So the Lord is coming with his whole armor. He's opening up on y'all. And let's go to Habakkuk just to finish it off. 2 and 1. I don't want to make this lesson too long. Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Right? And the Lord has set up his watchmen to watch the prophecies, man, because you got to be in the spirit of prophecy. 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right? And you can see it here at Great Millstone. We just bring out the scriptures. We go into words. Right? Because the vision is set for an appointed time. Right here. 3, for the vision is set for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? And it's not tarry anymore. The vision is set. Okay? It is speaking now. You could clearly see we're getting close to World War III. All we're waiting for, disclaimer, is for them to shut everything down again, push that vaccine out, and then push out the RFID chip. the mark of the beast, because that's going to go back hand in hand, all right, back to back. And that's it. World War III is knocking at your door. 4. Behold, this soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Right? Esau, Edom. All right? His soul is not upright in him. Right? He is the wicked the Bible speak of. And that's why judgment is coming upon his kingdom. And we here are the just, because this is all based on faith. Ultimately, this is based on faith. We believe this is going to happen. And by reading what the Lord said in his holy Bible, all right, we are confident that this is going to happen. All right? Because faith is a gift. And the Lord gave us that gift, that confidence to believe in his words. 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right. What prime example, what the hell is America doing over there in Taiwan? All right. But hey, he's a proud man. He can't keep it at home. All these laws that he's bound to, all right, is that snare upon him. And that's the reason why he's going into World War III. You Americans don't even know the laws that, all right, were written before you were born or when you were young. And you want to know why America is entangled in all these different conflicts. That was because your leaders. 6. Shall not all these take a parable against him, and the time they proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay? Right. By you entangling yourself in all these foreign conflicts and these foreign interventions, you have laid yourself with thick clay, meaning debt. And that's going to be a demise. That's the reason why that all you hear is talking about the economy is going to collapse, and how more people are going to be homeless, and how the cost of living is going to go up. All right, the dollar is going to die out. 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Right, because you stretch yourself out so thin, these nations are going to pounce on you. How easily now China is able to sanction you. What are you going to do about it, America? Nothing. You're going to eat that sanction, which is going to cause more turmoil in your economy. Did you see your stock market when China hit you with that sanction? 9. Woe to him that coveteth and evil coveteth. Well, excuse me, I jumped. 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and of all that dwell therein. There you go. And that's what it is. All right? Your covetousness. Okay? And your spoiling of all these nations now is coming back to haunt you. All right? 9. Woe to him that coveteth and evil coveteth to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Right? And this is where we're coming to, where destruction is coming to you, because you think you can just do whatever you want. You know, you think you could be like the Most High and that you're not going to be judged. But hey, you clearly see the Lord is moving you into this war, all right? And he's using all these nations to make it happen. So Lord willing is edifying. You can clearly see World War III is about to happen. Once again, disclaimer, all right? I'm going to be doing videos on this page now, being that Esau has gave me a strike for 2 weeks on my main page. And yeah, we're about to see World War III happening, all right? Just pay attention to the mark of the beast RFID chip, because that has to be made mandatory before the nukes fly. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rokak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who well taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there, pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. Keep pushing, keep fighting. To the few sisters that are studying, keep praying. Shalom and Baba Ball. Shalom.